Making Walt Modern. This is where the journey begins, West Hall High School. I'm in my third year teaching at West Hall and exclusively teach American literature. If you walk all the way down the main hall at West Hall, you will find my room at the end. If you open up the door and look in, this is likely what you'll see, students up and working together. I'm a firm believer of project-based learning in my classroom, where I facilitate student-led activity. The picture also demonstrates our school demographic fairly accurately, with 49% Hispanic, 45% white, and 6% African American. Because I teach exclusively American literature, I feel like I'm always trying to come up with new ways to get students to connect with American ideals. America is what kids always say when they see pictures like this, but what does that mean to them? I find that the American literature curriculum is difficult for students to connect their more modern definitions of America. To start to bridge this gap, I used music videos in connection with Walt Whitman's I Hear America Singing. I chose two very contrasting songs. My first song, Getting By, describes an urban America where we work to just get by. The images in the video are of hardship and struggle, and that work only affords enough to get by. They provide a stark contrast to the singing workers in Whitman's poem. In contrast to Getting By, Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA video shows a happy working images and a family enjoying the benefits of that work. The images of the city are not dirty, but rather beautiful and vast. This video is getting closer to Whitman's America. After watching, I asked the students which America is Whitman's America, and they all agreed it was Greenwood's. Then I asked which one was really America, and they without hesitation said the one in Getting By. Further discussion led them to see values in both Americas and how both existed in Whitman's poem. After this discussion, I then had the students divide into groups and work to create a modern version of the poem as a class, using their new ideas. This experience had very little to do with me at all. I stepped to the corner and the kids took over, as you can see in the images. They all contributed and needed very little facilitation from me, even though I'd spent a great deal of time pondering how to make sure everyone contributed. They were all interested and had ideas to share. A teachable moment for me, to say the least. After our first hangout about our projects, Peyton shared an idea with me on how to use pictures and an American flag to take these American identity ideas further with my students. Upon Peyton's suggestion, I had students consider the ideas in their modern America singing poem and how they would illustrate them. They chose one identity word, and worked to illustrate that word in a picture with a pile of American flags. As you can tell, they had a blast creating these moments. Once they had their pictures, they used editing software to place their chosen word on their pictures. The photos were really amazing and reflective of their generation. Once everyone's photo was edited and completed as a class, I instructed them to present both the images and the poem together as a final project. I gave little guidance on this front. How they wanted to do this was up to them. They decided to create a video, once again all student-led. All class members took part in the creation of this product. Leaders, of course, emerged, but all in all, the whole class was engaged and had a say in the process. What did I learn about their connection with this literature? Is that Walt is still there, and his ideas are still interesting. They just have to be presented in an engaging way. My kids had a blast and created a wonderful product with very little guidance from me. I also learned that it all starts here, with the kids, not with me. Watching these students create their own learning through projects reminded me that my job is to create opportunity and space for learning, and when that happens, they will take it and run with it. It should always be about the student.